if you're talking to people, say you see a really awesome cosplayer. You're like, oh my gosh, that person is cosplaying Miko-chan. She is my favorite ultimate waifu. I love Miko-chan with all my heart. I've never seen Miko-chan. Miko?
Yeah, I was like, is it Miku or Miko? She's
Miko.
just changing. Mako-chan.
It's because I'm creating this fictional... Wait, okay. Pico-chan. So you're just like, oh wow, it's Pico-chan. Okay.
Mayoshi.
I'm
My
gonna go
waifu.
ask this cosplayer for a photo. One thing is like cosplayer etiquette is like kind of a big deal, I would say. I mean, obviously when you're trying to make friends, like you want to still have like, you want to be nice, you want to have your friendship etiquette. But if you're just like, I want to get this picture of this cosplayer, obviously kind of approach, if they're in the middle of a conversation, I feel like a lot of people are afraid to approach, kind of like, as someone who has cosplayed, if I'm talking to my friends and someone approaches me, I'm not upset, like if I'm
you'll take a moment to take a photo. I think that's pretty normal.
I think for the most part you can kind of be like, I'm so sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I love your cosplay, can I get a picture of you? That's why they're they're cosplaying, they want pictures, they're like, so but if you see them eating, if you see them sitting down like in the middle of a meal, that is when people are usually like, I am resting. Like, if like,
I'm
please
off the clock.
do not. Yeah, please do not ask for a photo. And you could be like, oh my gosh, but it's Biko-chan. I want a cosplay picture with them so much.
You can ask them. You could say, where can I find you later? But that is the most you should kind of do. Because let them rest as well. Mm-hmm.
You could even be like, is there a meetup? Can I, like, is there going to be people from the series or whatever, the game as well, like later on? So just kind of be wary of that when you're talking with cosplayers. I think that's mostly it, that cosplayers don't want to be bothered is when they are eating. But don't be afraid to like ask someone for a picture, especially, but don't be, it's kind of this like normal etiquette. Don't touch, like, don't touch their props. Don't like grab stuff out of their hands. If you want to do a certain pose, of course, ask if you want to
get consent.
I've had people that would be like, can I get a picture with you? And I'm like, sure. And then they just immediately pick me up. And I'm like, whoa. Stuff like that. So, just don't do that.
I think you even like to put your arm around people, ask, right? People are in cosplay, yes, but usually, please ask them to take a photo. And don't be... don't take it too personal if, they're also overwhelmed and maybe you come up to them and they're like, hi, I'm sorry. Like, I'm done cosplaying for today. I'm actually going to my hotel. Like,
it has happened so many times to me where I'm like, oh my gosh, I love your cosplay. Can I get a picture? And they're like, sorry, I'm in a rush. And I'm like, okay, no worries. Bye-bye. Yeah. I love your cosplay. It happens.
It happens. And there's also, the next day, another time, maybe you see them later. And people always remember when you're being kind to them and when you kind of, we're very understanding.
Yeah, exactly. Kindness kills. Kill them with kindness.
What else about cosplay? There are cosplay, usually repair stations and rooms, usually places where a lot of cosplayers gather to repair things and do stuff like that. Again, if you are not a cosplayer, don't barge in to poke the cosplayers while they're resting. Which I figure is like common sense, but we might as well talk about it.
Right.
Although, speaking of restrooms and generally just getting overwhelmed at conventions, don't be surprised if you feel overwhelmed. It is hot usually. It might be a little bit stinky. So make sure you shower and use deodorant, if possible, twice a day, because that will be even better. Everyone's on their feet. Everyone's stressed out. There's a lot of people. There's so much stimulation.
Yeah.
A lot of conventions will have these kind of just beanbag chairs or like seats where you can sit, or even rooms where you just go in, charge your DS or, oh my God, DS, your Switch, and you just play games. Where you go charge your Game Boy Color.
This this is like the era you are putting yourself in when you just said that.
Where, you go and you charge your Game Boy Color, and then you play games. But
you
just
hook up each other's with the cord and you trade Pokemon.
Yeah. It's okay to take a rest. Sometimes maybe you cannot go all the way back to your hotel to rest, but it's okay to take some time. Sometimes you'll feel so erratic and so stressed out. And then you go and have a nice meal. And you go and you're a little bit away from the crowd and you just feel like yourself again. So just be mindful. There's a lot of people who become kind of their worst selves at a convention. And it's just because they're not used to dealing with the stress and the stimulation. And
simulation. We're living in this convention simulation.
So just take your time and relax.
One thing
gonna stimulate you.
Yeah. One thing though that can help you kind of avoid that, like, I guess burnout or getting so crazy with like, I got to do this, is having a set schedule. And,
yes.
Look at what kind of panels, what events are going on. If you're like, oh, I'm really interested in this panel, you can create your own little calendar of events and panels that you want to go to. And then, look at that and you're like, oh, wow. I'm scheduling like my entire day. When am I going to eat? When am I going to go shopping? When am I going to do this?
Schedule eating.
Yeah, most cons are about 3 days, but like there is a lot that can be packed in 3 days. And also, if you are there for like a specific guest, they might be very popular. How long in advance do you have to line up to get into the room? Like how long in advance do you have to line up for autographs? Like I have been the last person in an autograph line before, like many times. So, and I've done Anime Expo where I slept on the streets of LA to get an autograph.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say slept. I just, I sat there. And after I got the autograph ticket, I went back to my hotel and showered. But
since we're talking about meet and greets a little bit, bring cash. A lot of times you can use your card with vendors at the what is it called? Artist Alley.
The dealer's room.
But sometimes when it comes to Comic Cons, a lot of the voice actors and things like that, they might take cash, or maybe you have to remember the Wi-Fi sucks. There's so many people on their phone and Wi-Fi. It might not work. Bring cash, have a budget. You might need cash. Some stuff might break, might be a problem. And then imagine you miss out on, why are you laughing?
Did you write this thinking about me?
Yep.
I was in line.
She made me go to the ATM.
I gave her my card and my PIN. Was like, please go get me cash.
And the best part? I don't remember your PIN. It was so out of sight, out of mind.
It's okay. It's good. I don't remember your credit card number either when you inputted it in front of me.
Oh yeah, one time I was booking something and I was sharing my screen with you, and then I just start writing in my credit card.
Print screen.
I forgot about see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so make sure you bring enough cash. So
this is what we mean by friends you trust.
Meanwhile, I have her. I like took a secret copy of your card. I take $5 from you every day, and you've yet to realize.
I've yet to realize. When you go get that coffee, you deserve it. The coffee's on me every day.
Every day, you don't even know. Every day when I wake up, I'm like, I'm having such a good coffee, but it's actually your coffee. You're paying for it.
I'm gonna set a budget, and if I go $5 over, I'm gonna know it's you, and I won't even blame myself. I'll say it's you.
I've been secretly stealing $5 from you for a year, a little less than a year.
A little less than a year, yes.
Nice.
How much is that? How much is 365 times 5?
1,500.
Almost $2,000.
Wait, what?
That's $1,800.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're well, it's
Holy
less than
cow.
that because it hasn't been a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the money, nerd.
She thinks it's so funny. She's like, "Oh yeah, this is a bit. I'm just She thinks I'm joking."
This is so funny. She thinks I'm kidding.
Me opening up my bank account right now and vigorously swiping like, where is it? $5 on what?
I have it set on like auto transfer. Except instead of like transferring to Matara Khan, it says like auto transfer to, and it's something like that you will never even know. It's like lifeinsurance.com.
Oh, life insurance. That makes sense. Mine was like idols. Yeah, I'll happily give them $5 every day.
Yeah, of course. My idols, my Oshis, every single day.
Get your bag, girl. I'll be dry. I'll be bled dry by the end.
You're on the sidewalk bleeding while your Oshi eats good.
That's okay. She deserves it.
She deserves it. There we go.